Alright, so this is Chapter Protestant Reformation. The first question is, who was acknowledged to have started the Reformation? And here it is talking about the Protestant Reformation. It's not talking about, there were some other ones. So we've got Henry VIII, John Calvin, Martin Luther, and yeah, some dude. Alright. Reformation Day is celebrated on October 31st and recognizes the day German monk Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses to the door of the Wittenberg Church in 1517. The Protestant Reformation, often referred to simply as the Reformation, was a schism, a division between people usually belonging to an organization, movement, or religious denomination from the Roman Catholic Church, initiated by Martin Luther and continued by John Calvin. I have no idea. I'm gonna look up how to pronounce this. And other early Protestant reformers in 16th century Europe. All right, although there had been significant earlier attempts to reform the Roman Catholic Church before Luther, Martin Luther is widely acknowledged to have started the Reformation with his 1517 work, the 95 Theses. All right, so number 1 is Martin Luther. And number 2 is 95 Theses. So all right, next question. What invention helped spread Protestantism? You might know what this is already. Printing press, Bible, automobile, computer. Whee! All right. Luther began by criticizing the selling of indulgences, a way to reduce the amount of punishment one has to undergo for the sins after death, insisting that the Pope had no authority over purgatory, an intermediate state after physical death in which those destined for heaven undergo purification so as to achieve the holiness necessary to enter the joy of heaven, and that the Catholic doctrine of the merits of the saints had no foundation in the gospel. Most religions don't really have purgatory except for the Catholics, so instead of afterlife going to heaven or the underworld, they would go to purgatory first, and essentially how many sins you've got left over determines your stay there, in a sense, and then you either move on. All right. The initial movement within Germany diversified and other reform impulses arose independently of Luther. The spread of Gutenberg's printing press provided the means for rapid dissemination of religious in the vernacular, the dialect spoken by ordinary people. All right, so printing press is number 3. All right. How did the Roman Catholic Church respond? They started World War I, sold indulgences at a larger scale, Counter-Reformation, or they did nothing. Oh, right. The largest groups were the Lutherans and the Calvinists. Lutheran churches were founded mostly in Germany, the Baltics, and Scandinavia, while the Reformed ones were founded in Switzerland, Hungary, France, the Netherlands, and Scotland. The new movement influenced the Church of England decisively after 1547 under Edward VI and Elizabeth I. Although the Church of England had been made independent under Henry VIII in the early 1530s for political rather than religious reasons. The Roman Catholic Church responded with a counter-reformation initiated by the Council of Trent. So number 4 is Counter-Reformation. And And what religion was Northern Europe with the exception of Ireland? This is going to take us to the map. So Northern Europe. All right, but let me finish this. Much work. Hang on. Much work. In battling Protestantism was done by the well-organized New Order of the Jesuits in general Northern Europe, with the exception of most of Ireland. Oh, I don't need the map. Northern Europe, with most of the exception. Oh, I can't read. Okay. In general, Northern Europe, with the exception of most of Ireland, came under the influence of Protestantism. So, 5 is Protestantism. And then you guys hit submit. Wait. Protestantism. All right. Here, I'm going to post these again because I think some people may have gotten kicked out or whatever. Okay. So Protestantism, you guys hit submit. I'm going to finish the paragraph. So the answers are in the chat, so go look there. All right. Southern Europe remained Roman Catholic, while Central Europe was a site of fierce conflict, culminating in the 30 Years' War, which left it devastated. And all this is going to cause big-time problems between the monarchs later, and it's going to be a giant battle of, like, you can see wherever it's these stripes, this is where you had conflict. All right, so Spain and Portugal were Catholic, so not much going on there. That's just what it is. Most of France was Catholic, but then you had some battling with the Calvinists, which is this purple. Then Holy Roman Empire, which should be more than this, was battling between Lutheran and Catholic. Poland had like everything. Up here you have Scotland, which was Calvinist, England down here, and England was Anglican, and Ireland Catholic. The assignment is Chapter Protestant Ref. Hang on here. I'll post the link again.